you're Shakespeare, and they'll all bow.
Sup. Hi. I feel like a ridiculous gangster when I wear this. I also have another odd thing that I think you'll enjoy. It's a nun. I got this from my director after I was in the Moons of Jupiter. I have the cup of tea, as is necessary for this video. Delicious. So, firstly, I want to direct your attention to this lovely poster on the wall behind me. I'm a dork. So just wanted to point that out before we did anything else, just so you know. One thing I wanted to mention, on Wednesday last week, I went and had a reading with a good friend of my mother. She can get in touch with your guides or counselors, as she calls them, and that was very interesting, and I learned a lot about myself and about where I'm going and my path in the future, and I think if you get the opportunity, you should definitely do this. I think you would gain a lot from that experience. I thought I would mention a couple books. I'm attempting to read this, Perfume, which is the book that the movie is based on. One of the things I found most interesting in the writing is that 90% of it is narration. There's hardly any dialogue. The third book I wanted to mention was one that I bought today, actually, because I was at a used bookstore, and you know what happens when I'm at a used bookstore. It's a rather dangerous thing. And even though this is a book I already own, I had to buy it because I loved the cover so much. I mean, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? It's amazing. And the fourth book, one that I also bought today, good old J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. How Tolkien wanted them originally published.
And now for something completely different.
Today in my history class, we had a guest come in and speak to us, an actress who graduated a while ago, who is now one of the top actresses at the Stratford Festival. She reminded me so much of Chris Albright. I, of course, asked your question, and her answer was, in her first season at the Stratford Festival, she was like a melon girl in The Three Musketeers. On opening night, no one told her that they were going to play O Canada at the beginning of the show. And so she's standing in the Vom, as at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in the Lizzie. There are a couple steps up to the actual stage after you exit the Vom. She got very emotional and was crying. And then when her cue came, she made her entrance, but she could not see. She tripped up the stairs and spilled her melons all over the stage. And so, for the first part of the scene, the actor who was playing D'Artagnan had to help her pick up the melons. And she said that was probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. Question. My question is kind of three parts. About dreams. I've been dreaming a lot lately. I'm wondering if you dream in color or in black and white. Have you ever dreamed in another language? And what was the most vivid dream you ever had? The one you still remember today. Today's quote comes from How's You Like It? Men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky changes when they are wives. I will be more jealous of thee than a Barbary cock-pigeon over his hen, more clamorous than a parrot against rain, more new-fangled than an ape, more giddy in my desires than a monkey. So, I hope that satisfies your video cravings. Yeah. Anon.
Rush up, you're Shakespeare, and they'll all